So this is your second time back, but really your first time on, because I had you on before and it wasn't working for me. The amount of times that I went to fix your microphone, the amount of times that I was freaking out that this battery was going to die, and the amount of times that I kept checking the camera.
I know, it was really uncomfortable.
Yeah, it was uncomfortable for me because it was uncomfortable for me editing, because I was like, dude, literally, it's so distracting editing this. I can't imagine how the viewer is going to feel. And it's not like I can just edit everything out. So welcome back.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you let everyone know it was your fault. Not
it
mine.
Was my fault.
That I was actually the best guest.
Let's think about this for a minute. Was it actually my fault? Wasn't? You have no faults?
Not in this
I mean,
instance.
your microphone, I mean, it was like over here, and then it was over here, and then it was over here, and it was like, I can't hear you.
I mean, listen, I'm not a professional mic user, so.
Okay. That's understandable. Mm-hmm. I get that. Hi. Hello, and welcome back to the Impetuous Podcast.
Welcome back.
My name is Aubrie Williams, and I'm your host today. And if you're wondering why I'm wearing sunglasses, and yes, I'm pushing them down even lower, it's because I'm not wearing makeup, and I'm feeling insecure because my skin is breaking out into some sort of bacterial stuff. I'm going to have to bleep that. And I don't feel confident, and I feel gross. And it happened when I got back from LA. I was visiting my lover. Wink, you missed it. And I think his saliva did something to my skin. So has that ever happened to you? No. You like hook up with someone and your bacteria doesn't mesh with their bacteria, and then it like messes up your system, and you kind of have to, your body's like, like trying to figure things out. That's never happened to you before?
It's not happened on my face, which I feel like means this is probably, I mean, like also on your cheeks. I just want to know how much saliva is happening there, but it's fine.
This man was licking my face.
Yeah, clearly, because if that's what your first inclination is, that it's from the saliva from your lover, then he must have been licking those cheeks, but not the ones down there. What the ones up here.
What about stubble? You've never had like the stubble mess with your...
Maybe like my chin, maybe like a little irritation, but not like a bacterial breakout. But I will say...
Whoa, peeking.
What? Oh, I'm
peeking?
so sorry.
It's okay. But...
yeah, I forgot I have to go. But yes. I will say... no, not on my face, but like, you know, there's that whole thing of like, you mess with the pH and the bacteria in the
down
vajay. There. And so, like, then, of course, like, men are fine and women get, like, a yeast infection and, like, all the other things. And so that sucks. But.
Yeah. I usually get yeast infections only from antibiotics. What's the one called? What's that one called? What's the one antibiotic? You're looking at me like you've never taken an antibiotic before.
I've taken an antibiotic, but there's so many antibiotics.
Yeah, but the main basic one.
Like amoxicillin?
Yes, thank you. Jesus Christ. Like, it took you that long to get there.
Okay, well, I knew it right away, but, like, I was like... I mean, there could be
I knew it right away, but
she
looked at me like this.
Okay, first of all,
antibiotics.
It's all on film, and so
they're gonna see it.
I didn't do that.
You look at me like I'm crazy.
I didn't do that.
No, but
I didn't do it.
But I will say, amoxicillin always gives me yeast infections.
Yeah, I get yeast infections mainly from antibiotics, which is annoying because it's like normally you take an antibiotic to get rid of like a different infection and then you get a new one.
It's because it's getting rid of all of the bacteria.
All the good and bad.
Which I also think, ladies and gentlemen, be careful with oregano oil. Have you ever taken oregano oil?
I have not.
Okay. Have you ever used oregano oil in like a recipe? I'm sure that's not a common thing, right?
No.
Okay. So oregano oil is... You're supposed to take like 3 drops under your tongue when you're like starting or feeling like you're getting a cold or feeling like you're getting sick, because it kills the bacteria. It's like amoxicillin because it kills the good and the bad. It fights against all bacteria. So I was taking that when I got back from LA because I was thinking, I don't want to get sick. I was traveling a lot. I went from, which by the way, I have the craziest travel story that I need to talk to you about.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'll just start now.
Oh, God. Okay.
I want to start by asking you, what is your worst traveling experience?
Oh man, I don't know. I don't think I've had like severely. Well, okay. Does it? We don't mean like it has to be like a flight. It could be like
it can be anything.
Anything. Okay. Well, I guess like one that stands out to me was when I was 17. Okay.
A baby.
And I was 18, but like 17, 18. I was freshman in college, like fresh out of the nest, you know,
ready to be a grown adult.
Right. And I was home visiting family in New York. I went to school in DC, and I ended up taking like a late night bus from like Port Authority, a Greyhound bus.
Yikes.
And Port Authority is kind of sketch at night, but my cousins dropped me off there. We were fine.
Wait, but Greyhounds in general are kind of sketch.
Yeah, kind of sketch.
Did you hear the story about that guy who got like shanked to death because the guy sitting next to him thought he was a demon?
Oh my God. No, but I mean, I believe it because Greyhounds are a rough place to be.
You're like, I believe it because that was me.
Yeah,
that was my story.
Actually, that's what happened to me. Thanks for telling the story before I could. No, I went. So I'm on this bus, and I decided on my laptop I'm gonna watch She's the Man. Like,
I love that movie.
Great movie, right?
Amanda Bynes. Shout out to Amanda Bynes and R.I.P. to Amanda Bynes because where is she now? Where's she been?
Where's she at?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm watching She's the Man, and like through the seat behind me, this like man is like watching my computer, and I'm like, first of all, I'm wearing headphones. You can't even hear it, so I don't understand what's happening. Right. But fine. And then I got up to go to the bathroom, and I noticed there were like 3 seats at the back in a row that were like empty. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna go like lay across those seats.
Smart. That's exactly what I would do.
Yeah, you know. And so I
spread my legs out, maybe put them up against the window, just relax,
like whatever I need to do to be comfy.
Exactly,
you know?
I agree.
And so I go back there, and this man eventually gets up and like follows me back there, and I'm like, okay, what is he doing? And
I'm dead. He sees you put on She's the Man.
Yes.
Is watching it with you.
Yes.
And he's thinking in his mind, she wants me. She just turned on She's the Man.
Something.
Now she's going back there and wants me to
follow, wants me to go with her.
She wants to.
And so I'm 17, right? Like 18, 17, whatever the age was.
Poor Jacqui.
And I'm like, I don't know what the hell's happening. And so he comes back and he asks me, can I watch the movie with you? And I'm like,
oh, that's actually kind of sweet.
I was like, sure. And like, I figure, okay, there's 3 seats here. He'll sit in like,
oh no,
one of them further from me. He sits like right, like as if he was on top of me.
Can I ask you how old do you think this man was at this point?
He must have been in his 20s. I don't know. When you're that age, I feel like you don't really know the age of anybody. You think
everybody's older. Just he's older, way older.
Like he could have been like 1 year older than me, and I'm like, oh my God, he's 50. Mm-hmm. But
he was a grandpa.
Yeah,
he was old.
Disgusting. No, not that grandpas are disgusting, but like if you're a grandpa trying to have sex with a 18-year-old, not okay, in my opinion. Anyway, we can move on from that.
Anyway, so he
got a little weird for a second.
Yeah, it's
okay. What's it called? And so I'm sitting there like texting my roommates, being like, I don't know what to do. This guy's like touching me, watching this, and they're like, "Do you
like it?" Sorry, I'm taking the extremes on these, and I'm making it weird.
It's okay. That's what this podcast is for. And then what's it called? And so like basically, cool. The movie ends, and I'm like, oh, thank God, he's gonna go away now. Obviously, because I'm naive, and I'm 18. And he's like, do you mind if I stay and get to know you better? And I was like, I have homework to do.
Ew.
Sorry. And I was like, this is weird. We're like trapped on a bus. And that's one thing I hate the most is like when men, or I guess anybody, but in my experience, it's been men, like an Uber driver or like something where I can't escape. And you're like hitting on me. And now it's just like, what am I supposed to do here? You know? And no, he was nice though. He like went back to his little seat and left me be for the rest of the ride. Cool. I was cool. It's not where it ends.
Oh no. I will say though, it does sound like kind of a rom-com in the sense of, oh like, my God, you're taking a trip and you meet this mysterious man and then we get to talk the whole way through and we fell in love that way and now we've been married for 20 years and this guy is just really
that would be nice if that's what it was, but it wasn't. And rom-coms, I feel like, are not based in reality. A lot of things that happen in rom-coms, if they actually happen in real life, I feel like we'd be like, what is happening?
My ex-boyfriend used to tell me all the time, romance is not a rom-com. Like, you need to step out of that and realize that, like, you're in reality. And I'd be like, no, I'm going to find it. I'm going to find my rom-com one day. And I did. I found it.
Did you?
I did.
I love that for you.
Okay, so bus ride ends.
Okay, so then the bus goes into Union Station in DC, which back in the day, Union Station bus station was rough time. It's like the hood, like to the max. But my friend who was coming back from, like, I think Chicago, she was supposed to, like, meet me there, but then her bus was delayed or something, and so now it's like 1 a.m. I'm at this, like, sketch ass place waiting for her at
Weird.
night.
Spooky.
And then there's like all these cabs on the street and all these people, and then this guy comes up to me, a cab driver. Like, this guy must have been much older, like
not
40s.
The same guy, right?
Not the same guy.
Okay.
I avoided that guy. And he comes up to me and he's like, what are you doing sitting out here by yourself? And he's like, this is a dangerous area. He's like, come on, like, I'm a cab driver. And he had a cab, so, like, a real cab, you know. And he's like, let me take you back to whatever.
Bro, dead ass. I literally would have been like, this is a dangerous area, and you're just coming up to a random girl and saying that? Like, leave me alone.
Yeah. And so, obviously,
that's
at that
literally
point,
what a predator says. That's literally what a sex trafficker says.
Well,
you're all alone here. Let me take you to wherever you need to go. I'm a cab driver. Like,
right.
No, I'm not stupid.
But I was stupid.
Oh,
and
no.
Like,
don't tell me you took the cab.
He had a cab.
Don't.
Of course I took the cab. I was in this crazy area.
I'm dead.
So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, all right. Okay, sure. Yeah, fine. Let me get in the fucking cab. Because my friend wasn't coming anymore. Like, whatever.
Wait, at the time you had cell phones, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just wondering how you got a hold of her, where she was like, hey, I'm not coming.
Yeah, it was like a text situation.
Okay, got it.
If you know what that is.
Okay. Yeah, I think I do. I figured it was like prehistoric.
Oh, thank you. You think I'm that old?
Well, I don't think you're that old.
Is it like because you're so young that everybody you look at you think is like so
I'm
much
not
older
even
than
that
you?
young.
I'm kidding. I was bringing it back to the joke from before.
You know what's crazy that now though is that my friend Naya was telling me on the podcast that, like, his younger siblings look at him and they're like, "You're old," and I'm like, "How old are they?" And he's like 19, and I'm like. And he's like, remember when you were 19 and you were looking at 26-year-olds being like, you're old.
No, it's
you're
true.
old. And now I'm like, I'm old to some people.
Yeah, except you know what's interesting? To my little, like, they're technically my cousins, but they call me Titi, like, which is aunt in, like, Spanish, because I'm so much older than them. Like, I'm 30 years older than some of them. And anyway, and so they all think like,
wait, how old are you? You look like you're like 32.
Yeah, I'm 35. So.
Yeah. Yeah. You're acting like you're 45 though.
No.
By saying that. You're like, I'm like 30
He's
years
5.
old. Oh, got it. Okay, that makes sense now. Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, he's 30. I'm 30 years older than him.
Yeah.
But they literally have said to me that, like, one time we were building a little pillow fort. I was building it with Zane, and he needed more blankets, and they were upstairs. I'm like, okay. I'm like, can you go get them? I'm like, I think you should go get them because my knees hurt, and, like, you know, you're 5 years old.
Your body is literally as light as a feather.
I'm like, and I'm so old. Like, and his brother Liam, who's like 8, was like, it's like, you're not old, you're a teenager. And I was like, I looked at my uncle and my aunt, and I was like, you hear that? I'm a teenager. I'm like, you're right, but still, Zane, go get it.
Yeah, go get it. Bye-bye.
I know, but so it's interesting because to them, and they've said it a different time, like another one of my little cousins said that she thought I was in, like, my early 20s or something, and, like, I'm like, okay, cool. So
it is endearing when they don't think you're that much older than them.
Yeah,
like,
which, like, does that mean that,
so
like, I have this, like, childish energy, or like,
you definitely do.
You know, and
you're
I'm
definitely
like,
immature.
I feel like I'm okay with that.
You definitely act like a child.
That's fine with me.
Yeah, grow the fuck up.
Okay, first of all, children can be wiser than adults in many, many ways.
Of course.
Second, I think I actually have a really great ability to be able to relate to the youngins, but also people my age.
Yeah, you're what they call the wise young person.
Wise young owl.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
I was like, I'm gonna let her go with it.
I was trying to come up with something and I couldn't. I couldn't come up with anything.
But anyway, so
you get in the cab.
Moving back, cab. So this guy's driving me through this hood area in DC, blah blah blah, and he's like talking to me. I'm in the back seat. He's telling me how pretty I am. I'm like, oh God. I was like, this can't be my fucking life right now. And then he eventually stops the cab, okay, in the hood area, like 1 o'clock in the morning, nothing around.
No.
And this is before like Uber, before Lyft.
No.
Whatever. So it's like, what am I supposed to do here? And he says, come sit in the front seat. Come sit in the front seat. And I'm like, oh, I'm good. I'm cool back here.
Do you think your heart was like racing?
Definitely was.
Yeah. Okay. Because as you're telling the story, knowing
like you're afraid for me, but you know the ending because I'm here.
No. Yeah, true. But knowing what I know about you, you are a very like chill, relaxed person. You seem like very confident. So like when you're telling the story, I'm like, oh, she's like good. You're like, nah, I'm okay, cab driver. But like you were like, no, I'm okay. Like,
well, also my confidence has come throughout the years. When I was like 17, I wasn't as confident.
Okay.
But regardless of that, it's still like a scary situation to be. It's like, okay, I can get out of the cab and be in the middle of the hood with no way to get home.
Also, was your luggage in the trunk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I can fight with this guy right here. He's not going to move the cab. Or I could just get in the fucking front seat. So I'm like, okay, I don't really know what to do.
Wait. Can you tell this story with a little bit more, like sharing the emotions that you had along the way?
I think you're like giving me too much credit here. I'm 35. That was 17. Like,
sorry.
I don't know necessarily.
Yeah, but
I
would be like, so I was sitting in the back seat and I was freaking out that he would ask.
No, I'm definitely.
Me.
Well, of course I was freaking out, but what am I supposed to do? And I'm saying, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm cool back here. You're like, no, come, insisting. And I'm like, and so in my head, I'm going through all these options and I'm like, I don't know what to do. And like, I'm in DC, my family lives in New York. It's not like, you know what I mean? So like, what am I supposed to do here? And so I'm like, okay, fine. So I get in the front seat.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, all right. And he starts driving, blah, blah. He keeps talking to me, telling me how beautiful I am again and like all these things. And I'm like, okay. And then he holds my hand. And I was like,
holds my hand.
I'm like, I'm gonna die. I'm a child basically, because when you're 17,
literally,
you're a child.
Yeah.
I'd
be like, I'm dead.
Yeah, I was like,
it's over.
That's it. I'm like, he's gonna take me to some random
warehouse.
Warehouse and that's it. It's
edit
done.
that out. I didn't mean to say the R word.
The R word. And he's going to make me not naive anymore. And
oh my God.
Yeah, it was.
Wait, I have a question. At this point, had you had sex before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to know how innocent and pure you were. So you were basically a sinner at this point. So you deserved to die. You were like, everything that I've done up until now is deserving of death.
That's why this is happening. Why this cab driver
God
wants
is upset with me.
Hold my hand and force me in the front seat.
Yeah. No, I'm obviously joking.
No, I know.
Okay, good. Okay,
I got it. No, anyway, and so then basically, but then he just drives me back to campus, and I'm like, "Okay, thanks, bye," and I like rush out of the fucking cab, and I go upstairs, and that was it. And so like really kind of anticlimactic, but like horrifying at the same time that was a thing.
I wonder if every decision you had made, like I wonder if you had not made the decision to go in the front seat, to not let him take you in his cab, to not let him hold your hand. I wonder if the way that you were so easy about everything, like not saying that you were easy about it, but like you got in the cab, you got in the front seat, and you let him hold your hand because you were scared and you were like, he's just needing to do this right now. But like, I wonder if you had not made any of those things and you were like, no, he would have been more aggressive with you and like tried harder.
And that's the thing. I feel like it's hard to like think in situations like that about like what to do. But in that instance, I had no way to defend myself, nothing to like, I mean, and now I carry like mace with me, and I'm trained in martial arts, and like there's so many different things that I have in my arsenal that I can like protect myself, and I know better. But like I was so young, it was like fresh
off the boat. You were the fresh catch of the day.
Not fresh off the boat, but fresh off the boat of childhood.
Yeah. You were fresh out of the vagina.
Yeah, pretty much,
Yeah.
And so I just like didn't know what to do. And like, yeah, I sound like an idiot for like doing all those things. But in that instance, it was kind of like, what do? You know?
Yeah, I agree. You don't know what to do.
But yeah.
And in that situation, I've heard many times, if anything happens, fight back, scream as loud as you can, punch as hard as you can, pull way as hard as you can. Do you mind grabbing your mic and facing it a little bit more towards you?
Got it.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. My worst travel experience happened 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago exactly today. No, exactly yesterday. Wait, yesterday? Yeah.
Okay.
I was flying from JFK to Austin. My flight was at 6:30 in the morning out of JFK.
Which is annoying from here, let's be realistic.
We are in Jersey. Out of JFK, 6:30 in the morning. I wake up at 3:30 in the morning. I grab Wiggy, I grab my suitcases, and I'm off to the airport. I get there in 50 minutes. When I get to the airport, I realize I forgot my ID. I'm like, oh, fuck, my ID is in my jacket pocket that I told myself, do not forget this out of your jacket pocket.
Yeah, that's always
you
how
need
it
it tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I still forgot it.
Uh-huh.
I get to the airport. The lady tells me I can't travel without an ID before I even like go to check my bag. I'm freaking out. I'm like, I'll just Uber package my ID from my apartment to here. They don't Uber package. So I go back to the lady. I have Wiggy's like ESA card that has my name on it. And I'm like, this has my name on it. And she's like, okay, go ahead, check your bag. I'm like, okay, great. I go to the gate agent and I'm like, hi, I forgot my ID. I'm so sorry. But like I have his ESA card that has my name on it. And he's like, that's fine. You just have to take it up with TSA. Like we'll take your bag and you can go. I go to security. I'm waiting 20 minutes. Finally get to the front of security and I'm like, hi, I forgot my ID, but I do have his ESA tag that has my name on it. And I'm like trying to like be nice and happy and chipper. And he goes, 1 second. And then he grabs like the main guy and they're like, this woman forgot her ID, that she's trying to travel without her ID. And he looks at me and he goes, you forgot your ID? I was like, yeah. He's like, rebook your flight and have a nice day. I was like, wait. I'm like, but I have his ESA tag. Like, can I just come? And he's like, no, rebook your flight. Have a nice day. I'm crying. I go through security. I'm literally crying. I sit down like outside of the security line. I cry for like 10 minutes. I'm like sobbing, sweating and sobbing.
Okay, but like, who were these people who were like, yeah, your ESA tag is fine? Because we all know that's not the case. So
the
like,
gate agent, yeah.
Why does this gate agent work here if she's going to be like, yeah, she probably just didn't want to deal with it. She's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, probably. She probably, I don't think she gave, actually, I will say, after I stopped crying for like 10 minutes, I went back and I was like, hey, I need to get my bag back because they won't let me travel. And they're like, what? Like, no. Like, so she pulls me back through the TSA line. I'm fucking sweating and I'm crying because I'm happy that I'm finally going to get through to TSA because it's fucking 5:30 in the morning. I'm about to miss my flight. And the TSA guy and now the gate agent, she's like, she doesn't have her ID, but you can just do like an additional background check. And he's like, no, she needs a credit card or an insurance card. And she doesn't have either of those things. And they were like, why can't you do additional screening? And they're like, we could, but your flight is right now and you're gonna miss your flight. And they're like, we don't have enough time to do an additional background check.
Wait. So if they could do an additional background check before, why didn't they do it before?
Because the flight was so soon. My flight had gotten delayed and the ticket that they gave me doesn't update that the flight got delayed. So they thought that it was sooner. So then they were like, we can do an additional.
I didn't know
but
they could do an additional background check. What does that even mean? Like, what do they look at?
They literally just look at you through the system to make sure that you're not suspicious or have never done anything bad. And if you don't pass the background check that they do on you, if you don't bring your ID, because you can do it domestically, you just can't do it internationally.
Yeah.
If you don't pass the background check, you can't travel for 24 hours. So that's what they were telling me. And they're like, if you don't pass. And I was like, why wouldn't I pass? He's like, I don't know, but you don't want to risk it because your bag is now gone.
Like, you look suspicious as hell.
Literally, dude.
So
I'm like, I'm traveling with my dog. I'm in sweats. Like, I'm not wearing any
exactly,
designer.
That's what you want us to think.
I could imagine, honestly.
He's like, you want us to think that
this
is your
crazy,
ESA
though?
support animal.
No, because whenever my best friend travels outside of the country, well, she used to a lot. She used to wear designer head to toe. Okay. She'd always get picked to do additional screening, to like check her bag, pat her down, check everything, make sure she doesn't have any extra cash. She's like, I always get picked. I'm like, because you're wearing designer. I'm like, you're literally wearing $10,000 on your body. They want to make sure you're not traveling with more money on your body. I'm like, travel like me, wear sweats, a cap, and just like go through and don't think anything about it. Like they'll leave you the fuck alone because they know you're a rat.
Exactly.
They know you're a fucking scum of the earth rat.
Yeah, exactly. But that's who, if you're not traveling like the scum of the earth, then you're doing it wrong because.
Dude, same. I agree.
I just don't understand why, like,
you ever
why do
seen
I need
people
to
wear heels?
Yeah. Why do I need to do that? Especially if I'm going on a long flight. Like I just flew to New Zealand. Like you want me to dress? Hell no. I flew to New Zealand. Sweats. I wore the most comfortable clothes I could possibly have. I brought like a face mask, a Vaseline all over my, like, no, I'm not drying out on this plane. I'm going to do what I need to do. And, you know.
The only thing that's drying out is my fucking hair or I don't know why I said that.
I don't really. I was like, I guess.
Like my hair dries out because it's crusty.
Is it crusty? From what? Why is it crusty?
I don't know. Okay, anyway. So long story short, TSA was like, you can't travel. So I'm like, great. Okay, cool. Love that. So I'm like, can I have my bag back? And they're like, no, once it gets checked in, you can't get it back. I'm like, great. So now my bag is going to Austin and I'm not. I don't know what to do. I'm all the way in JFK. I'm like, fuck this. I get an Uber back to my apartment. There's a 9:30 flight on Spirit. So I'm like calling Spirit. I'm like, can I get this flight? Please. Thank you. Also, I have to pay $125, $150 for Wiggy in his seat. So I go home, I grab my ID. My freaking Zach and Sam and MK are all helping me like get my ID and shit. I'm like,
they're all here helping you get your ID while you're here.
Literally, yes. I was like, I called Zach at 5:00 in the morning. I'm like, can you please get my ID and try and Uber package it to me? And like, it just didn't work because JFK, you can't do that. So anyway, I grab my ID and I go to Newark and I get to the airport and I'm crying to the gate agent because I'm like, please let me and my dog on. And he's like, you got everything. Like, you're fine. Go. And I'm like, okay, amazing. Like,
I'm just like scarred now.
I'm
you're
like triggered.
Please,
I'm scarred.
Stuff.
Yeah. I'm like freaking out.
They're like, yeah, you do.
They're like,
have all
calm
this
down.
Stuff.
You know what's crazy though? Like when the guy was just like, okay, have a nice day. I literally looked at him and I was like, you too. And like the way his face lit up, like he knew that I really meant it. Like, you have a nice day too. You just fucking saved my life kind of thing. It's so funny. So I get through.
He was probably just smiling because he was like, she's a crazy bitch.
Literally.
And I need to smile so she does not kill me.
Yeah. I was going through it. So I go through security, get on the plane. Everything's fine. I'm like sleeping on the plane with my head on my knees, like literally like this.
Yeah, that seems super comfortable.
It was all that I could do because it's fucking Spirit and the seats don't recline. They can't pay a fucking $25 extra to get the seat to recline. Like, come on, Spirit. It's crazy.
For real.
So I'm on Spirit, sleeping like that, and I start to get nose drips. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like dripping, and I look up, and I'm like, I go like this. And then blood splatters all over the seat in front of me, and I have blood on my hands. I'm like, I just got a fucking nosebleed. So I run to the bathroom and I'm like plugging my nose, like waiting for the bathroom.
So dry, Spirit. They don't have any.
Also, my head was like down the whole time. So all the blood.
I know. I was just.
Yeah, fucking Spirit making my hair dry. God.
That's
what I was talking about.
Your hair dry. No, I meant it made your nasal passages dry.
Yes, that too. Exactly. So I get a nosebleed and I get to the bathroom. I'm cleaning up my nose and I'm like, okay, while I'm in here, I guess I'll pee. Like, I haven't peed since 3:30 in the morning, whatever. Pull my pants down. I pull my white gray sweatpants.
Like, is it white or gray?
It's white, but it's gray. They're white, but
they're
gray.
Dirty, so they're gray.
No,
they're like
it's like
old,
white
so
mixed with
gray.
gray. It's like a light white.
No,
no, it's like a light gray, super light. Anyway, it's a matching set. It's so cute from H&M, so cozy. Pull my pants down, and what do I see in my pants? Blood.
Perfect.
All in my pants, like this big of a pile of blood. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I started my period 10 days early. 10 days early. So now I'm wiping blood from my nose and I'm wiping blood from my pussy. I'm fucking bleeding on both ends.
Your body's just like, get it out.
Yeah, dude. It's like, there's too much. Get it out. Like, get rid of it.
Blood.
Yeah. So I get back to my seat and I'm like, okay, I can finally calm down. I also have like a blue coat on to like help myself cover up the blood so no one sees anything. So
like
now I have
a full coat, like
yes, like a long full coat so that no one can see the blood. Thank God.
Was it cold?
It was cold in New York, yeah. So I'm bleeding out of my pussy, bleeding out of my nose. I've been profusely sweating, so I smell like a farm animal, basically. Like, I just stink. I stink.
It's like every bodily fluid is
Literally.
happening.
Yeah, I mean, I might as well piss and shit my pants at that point because no one would have been able to notice because I already smelled so bad.
Yeah, perfect.
So I get back to my seat and I'm like, okay, just like breathe in, breathe out, relax, it's fine. And then I hear, oh, and I look down and Wiggy's vomiting.
We all know that sound. What a horrible.
He's fucking vomiting in his bag, and I'm like, no, like
Poor
I feel
Wiggs.
bad for him, but also like, no, not
like,
another
why?
bodily
So
function.
you now have vomit, blood, sweat, tears.
Exactly. Vomit, 4 things so far.
It's like when people are like, I put my blood, sweat, and tears in this. You literally did.
I literally did. That's so true. Yeah, I did. So we have like an hour left of the flight. Wiggy's sitting in vomit. I'm sitting in blood and sweat. We get off the plane and I take Wiggy out of his bag and I put the bag over and I'm like running through the airport trying to find like a pet relief area in the Austin airport, trying to find a pet relief area.
Are there
because
pet relief areas at airports?
There is, yes.
Interesting.
Sometimes they're inside, sometimes they're outside. So I was trying to find one that was inside. And as I'm like running through the airport trying to go to baggage claim, also looking for like a pet relief area, I'm like, Wiggy's like slipping. So I like go to pick him up and his asshole is, this is his asshole. His asshole is protruding out of his, it's just protruding.
Wait,
and his tail is up.
He's like, are you talking about me?
And his tail is up. And I'm like, what the fuck? That only happens when he's shitting. And then I look down and he's shitting.
Oh, God.
He's shitting on me. I'm holding him and he's shitting on my coat. And the shit's just getting on my coat and going on the floor. And to be honest with you, I booked it. I said, I gotta go outside. I get outside. He's like shitting for 10 minutes. Like, he's literally like this. Like, just fucking trying to get as much shit out as he can. He was just he was just stressed.
Yeah, he was stressed with your whole situation. My
poor man's.
Like, you said it was like, what? How long was he in that bag for?
I mean, he was in and out. Like, I try when we're in the airport, he's out of it. When he's on the plane, he has to be in it. So that's why when we got off the plane, I took him out of it and I was holding him so that he wasn't stuck in the bag the whole time.
Shit all over you.
And then he shit all over me.
Ugh, poor Wiggs. He didn't do it on purpose.
I get outside. He's shitting all over the place. Outside, thank God. And
wait, but so let's real quick. So you just left the shit in the airport. So some other traveler.
It was like wet shit.
Some other traveler is
unfortunately
rushing to their gate and they are stepping in literal shit at the airport.
It wasn't like a normal big shit that he does, like not even one that we do. It's like when you take too much magnesium and like little drippets of poop and water come out. You know what I mean?
If I know that dilemma, but fine. But still, that must
have you ever had diarrhea?
Of course. Who hasn't
and there was
diarrhea?
gas in between the diarrhea. So it was like water, air, poop, fart, water, air, poop, fart.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was like that. It wasn't like a hard Wiggs. Big shit.
Well, regardless, some unlucky soul definitely stepped in that.
Okay, I'm an unlucky soul for having the worst traveling experience
I'm not
of
shaming
my life.
you for that. I'm just saying let's go back and laugh about this.
Yeah, let's feel bad for the traveler who must have stepped in shit. If you were in Austin 2 weeks ago on a Sunday and you accidentally stepped in my dog shit, my bad.
Yeah, you should. I'm sure you can empathize. My bad. No, but I'm just saying how funny of a situation. Like, how mad would you be if you were an innocent bystander and all this, had no idea, and you're freaking just trying to walk
with what
to your
I
thing.
know now. With what I know now.
And you step in shit at the airport.
With what I know
so now you're like, I'll be empathetic. Like, I'll understand.
I'll literally look at that piece of shit and be like,
their owner having a rough day.
Someone must have been going through it.
So I'm glad actually you went through that
Me
experience.
too. I needed to.
It helps you be more empathetic.
It's not over. It's not over. That's
okay,
not where
I know. But we needed to comment on the shit in the airport.
The poor person. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But yes, now I can empathize. They can empathize with me, I'm sure. So I get outside. He's shooting for 10 minutes. I get back inside because I have to go get my bag. I go to JetBlue, bag arrivals, and no one's there.
Of course.
So I go to the help desk and I'm like,
Sounds
hey, where's
right.
JetBlue? They're not there. And they're like, oh, they must be on break. Go get someone upstairs at departures to come help you with your bag. And I'm like, okay. I go all the way upstairs. And this airport is fucking big, especially downstairs. Bag retrieval is fucking It's like a mile, okay? Not literally, but it feels like a fucking mile walking
especially
across
when you
the
have
airport.
a dog and you have shit and you have
and I'm carrying a 16-pound dog with a fucking 15-pound bag, and then his stupid like everything. It was just so heavy, and I was sweaty and hot and bloody and fucking had poop on me, and it was just getting
stressed,
worse.
so it just like makes everything worse.
I was like, I just want to get my bag, go to the hotel and shower. Like, let me just go. So I go upstairs to JetBlue. No one's there. No one's there.
Why is nobody at these counters?
No one's there to help me, and I'm freaking the fuck out. I go back downstairs to the help desk. I'm like, nobody's there. They're like, well, then use the phone to get someone to page JetBlue. So I call the phone, and I'm paging. She said, okay, I'll page someone from JetBlue. 20 minutes pass by, nothing. Go page again. Can you please page JetBlue for me? I really need someone to get my bag. Okay, I'll page someone. 20 minutes pass by, nothing. So then I decided to take a little lollygag around the airport to see if I can just fucking find my bag and get it myself. Like, maybe I could just pull the lock so fucking hard that I could just get my bag. And as I'm doing that, Wiggy's shitting in the airport again.
Oh my god.
He's behind me. I can't see him. And someone goes, your dog's shitting in the airport. Your dog is shitting in the airport. I was like immediately beet red. Immediately beet red.
That's awful.
Not only was my face beet red, but my fucking pants were too, bitch. Okay, like, way to call me out even more than I already needed to be called out, because, like, I don't know. I just got so hot, and I was like, oh, sorry. I grabbed a bag and picked it up. Anyway, 30 minutes later, finally, someone shows up to JetBlue. I get my bag. I go home. Next day, I have to travel. Literally the next day. Like, I was in Austin less than 24 hours. The next day, I have to travel from Austin to LA. And I decide to wear my, like, cream-colored, comfortable... It's what
are you even wearing these, like, light-colored outfits?
I get it for the plane.
Yeah, but, like...
I want to look cute and comfy.
No, that's fine, but why do they have to be white or cream
I
colored?
like cream.
I mean, I feel you on that.
I love
listen,
cream.
I get it. It's a great color, good look. It's just after the day before.
It's all I brought, though. That's the problem. It's all I brought.
I gotcha. Okay.
And I brought it specifically for the plane. Also,
and you
I
were
was
supposed to get your period.
Yes,
okay.
I was supposed to start 10 days like later. Oh God, so annoying. So anyway, I'm wearing this cream thing. I changed my tampon. I just was having a heavy period, I guess, since it was out of the blue. And I'm sitting on the plane, and I'm with my lover on the plane. He's sitting in first class. I'm sitting in a fucking middle seat somewhere in economy, mother.
Yeah, for real. Hello, lover.
Should he have given me his seat? Yeah,
not even that. Should he have helped you pay for the first class?
It was all taken. It was all taken. He was trying to get me a first class seat.
I'm joking. Yeah,
it's not funny.
Okay, you're not funny.
No, that was good.
No, okay.
But he really should have given me his seat. Let's be real. He should have given me. He should have. Say it with me. He should have given me his seat.
If he
should have given me
so
his
much
seat.
for it, should he have given you his seat?
For what I was going through. No, I'm just kidding. I don't care if he gives me a seat or not. Here's what happened. He takes my dog in first class because he loves my dog.
He brought Wiggy.
He brought Wiggy.
Made it easier for you.
Exactly. It was one of the nicest things. Like, do I care to have a seat? No, I was just joking. Like, he's such a kind, good human. Anyway, it's not like he's ever gonna watch this, so I don't need to like.
Why wouldn't he watch this?
He doesn't watch this, but he is he's a great human being, and we love him.
So if you ever find out who her lover is, know that
some people do know who he is, but
she's not actually hating on him. Anyway,
no, I'm not. He's the best. So I have to get up and go pee, and I take my coat off that has shit on it. By the way, it has shit on it. It has shit stain on it. Okay.
Wait, why didn't you wash it off in the air?
I didn't see. There was a part in the back that I couldn't see. So as I'm like pulling my coat to get comfortable in my seat, I literally see a little shit stain on it. So I literally tucked that underneath, and I was like, no one saw that. So I take my coat off to go to the bathroom because I'm hot in this fucking coat going to LA. It's hot. And I go to the bathroom, and as I'm going to the bathroom, I'm walking by first class, and I'm like, hey, like making a fucking scene in my cream fucking pants and my cream top. And I say hi to and then I go to the bathroom and I pull down my pants. What do I see? Another fucking big ass pile of blood all in my pants.
Were you not wearing a tampon?
I was. And I kept changing my tampons.
Oh gosh. And didn't see this and didn't say something?
He said he didn't see it, but I texted him in the bathroom. I'm like, can you please bring my coat and please get me a tampon from my bag? He comes to the bathroom, knocks on the door, gets me my coat, brings me my tampon. Oh, I just said his name. I want to make sure to edit that out.
I also just said his name. Yeah. But you said it first, so that's why I said it. Sorry.
So anyway, yeah. So he brings me my stuff, and then I go back to my seat, and I'm absolutely gutted. Like, at this point, I'm just fucking gutted. Like, I'm so shattered of a person. Like, nothing could get worse than this. Next, everything's great. Get off the plane, go home. Next morning, I wake up and I see vomit filled with blood on the mattress. Wiggy had vomited blood. And I'm like, what is the theme of blood? Why is there so much blood everywhere? It's coming out of me. It's coming out of my pussy. It's coming out of Wiggy. It's coming out of like everywhere.
Are you and your pussy different things?
Yes.
It's coming out of me. It's coming out of my pussy.
It's coming out. It's just the worst. That's my worst travel experience. Terrible. I ended up having to go to the vet and paying like $900
for them to tell you it's nothing. Most
literally
likely.
They gave me an antibiotic for his like bronchial area because they said like I told them about the travel experience and like what I went through, and they're like, he definitely picked up on your stress, and I was like, gotcha.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. Wiggly's so attached.
Yeah. Whoa, relax.
I'm not saying that in a bad way. Why do you take it in a bad way? That's interesting. Let's break that down.
Sure. You go first.
Go first of what? I'm not the one who
got
defensive of.
You wanted to break it down.
No, I don't really know.
Like
what
this.
made you feel weird and defensive about me saying Wiggy is attached?
That was so cute.
That was so cute, my little boy.
Wiggy, do you have anything to say to Jacqui?
You're a fucking bitch. If you
please.
ever come at my mommy like that again, I will fuck your life up forever.
Wiggle.
Wiggy, your mom is such a bad influence. You're such a sweet, kind-hearted soul. She's making people think you're not.
You're such a good boy.
Okay. So that was my worst travel experience.
It's funny that your worst travel experience is like I basically like shit pissed and like bled myself all over the country, and mine's like, oh, I almost got taken advantage of.
Yours is intense, but I just on the last episode of my podcast, I literally just talked about how I shit my pants. So
I love that.
That's nothing new, but the travel experience definitely carried into a couple of days ago. I wanted to go to this place called Brooklyn Charms. Have you heard of it?
I have.
Okay, so it's a very touristy spot that like
gotta love it.
People want to go and make charms, and lucky me, I actually got to make one yesterday. This is from Brooklyn Charms, everybody. Do you like it?
Love it.
Okay.
But it looks exactly like that. Not exactly, but it looks very similar to that necklace that you have that you got for free.
The Monokai necklace.
Not for free, as like a gift.
But I like this one because it's on a chain and not a rope. Like not string. Rope? Yeah. I do love that necklace a lot, and I will be wearing it in the summertime. But so on Saturday, it was raining cats and dogs. It was monsoon. It was hurricaning outside. And I had a podcast that day and decided afterwards that MK and I decided that it would be a good idea. Let's go to Brooklyn. Let's go to Brooklyn Charms. We have to go to the one in Brooklyn because it's bigger. They'll have more opportunities.
Are there multiple Brooklyn Charms?
Yeah, so there's one in Brooklyn and then there's one in Chelsea Market.
Huh.
Yes. So we were like, we don't want to go to the Chelsea Market because it's smaller, which by the way, it's fucking tiny. It's like, think of this space, but there's like multiple different pop-ups. So it was literally like they had their charms on a cart. Yeah, it was tiny. Where in Brooklyn Charms, it's like a whole space.
Yeah.
And so we go down to the lobby and we're waiting for our shuttle. Shuttle doesn't show up. So we're like, okay, we'll just get an Uber. We'll get a Lyft. We'll wait and shit. We'll wait and save. Which means like you just have to wait 15 minutes to save like $10, which is a great deal. Like, okay, I'll wait 50.
Except that half the time you go, okay, it's half the time you need to actually wait 15 minutes. And you're like, I'll do this because it'll take 15 minutes. And then it like comes in 2 minutes. And you're like, why even have the option then? You know?
Yeah, but then you're still saving money.
Yeah, you're still saving money. But I'm like, but I needed the 15 minutes. Now I'm not ready. See what I'm saying?
Interesting. Yeah, I never thought about that.
Anyway, go on.
So anyway, we're waiting downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Shuttle doesn't come. Wait and save. Uber is about to arrive and we see the shuttle pull up. And I'm like, cancel the fucking Uber. We're saving ourselves $35. Cancel it. She's like, okay, we cancel it. We go outside in the pouring rain, go up to the shuttle, wait for this motherfucker to open the door, and he doesn't. He just rolls down the window and goes, I'm going on a 20-minute break, actually. And we're like getting slapped in the face with fucking rain. And we're like, okay. All right. Thank you so much. We go back inside and we're like, fuck, what are we going to do? And we're like, she's like, should we just get an Uber? And I'm like, yeah. So we get another wait and save. And this one's like 10 minutes. Like we were like waiting for 10 minutes. After the 10 minutes, the Uber's like accepted us and we're like ready to go. We see people getting on the shuttle. We're like, should we just get on the shuttle? And I'm like, yeah, like let's just get on the shuttle. So we cancel it again and we get on the shuttle. And then we leave. We finally go. We're like finally going into Hoboken, and there's a fuck ton of traffic. We're like sitting on the shuttle. Yeah, we're like sitting in the traffic, waiting. Get on the path. Then we have to go from the path to the F, and then the F to the G. So it was like literally an hour and like 10 minutes just on the train alone. Also with like the delays, we missed one of the trains. So we had to wait another 10 minutes, and we finally get off the G. It's still raining in Brooklyn. We get to Brooklyn Charms, which they close at 5 p.m. We get to Brooklyn Charms at 4:40. We're like, we're just going to go in and we're just going to pick out our charms real quick. And also MK this entire day, it was so sweet. She was like, what are they going to do? Turn us away? Or like, what are they going to do? Like, tell us that, you know, if we stay 5 minutes past closing, it's fine, Aubrie. And I was like, no, like I've worked in so many customer service industries that like, no. They want to leave at 5.
Yeah.
They want to be done and out by 5:15. Like, they close their doors at 5,
true.
get the fuck out. So I'm like, okay, I don't know. And she's like, Aubrie, it's going to be fine. Like, it's going to be fine. And I'm like, okay. We get there at 4:40. And they're like, hi, do you have an appointment? Or are you picking up? We're like, no, we're just here to make a bracelet or like a necklace. And they're like, oh, well, we actually stopped taking orders at 4:30. So if you guys want, you guys can just like look around and just look. And browse if you want. We were like, okay. Like not thinking to tell her, we just came all the way from Jersey. We just took 3 fucking trains in a hurricane from Jersey. Please, we will go as fast as we fucking can.
That's 100% what I would have done right away. I would have been like, please, like, we'll pick it real quick.
Literally,
like, we'll be out of here by
just like, okay.
5. We know you want to go home.
I was just like, okay, thanks so much. Yeah, I wanted to do that because as soon as we left the store, I was like, why didn't we tell her we came all the way from Jersey? Like, why didn't we do that? I feel like we would have got some pity and some grace, but I can understand why, because there were still some people in the store like finishing their orders and stuff. And so anyway, we looked at the charms for like 10 minutes and then went back into the city. And then we were like, what do we do? We just spent an hour and some change to like go to Brooklyn for nothing. So we picked up this pizza place called Emmett's on Grove, which, have you ever had tavern style pizza?
No, I don't even know what that is.
Okay, so tavern style pizza is a thin crust pizza cut into squares. So each square is like this big.
Okay.
So it's like cut into squares. And then the corner triangle pieces are like this tiny. It's so good. It's my favorite pizza ever. There's a place in Arizona called Oregano's that makes pizza like that. It's OG from Illinois. Illinois has a lot of pizza like that. Anyway, we pick it up, we come back home, and we're just like, we're devastated. Absolutely gutted. Like, absolutely fucking gutted at this point. A waste of a fucking afternoon. And eat our pizza, watch Eras Tour, and then we saw you, I believe, that night. Yeah, and then the next day, yesterday, we went to Chelsea Market, and we finally made the necklaces and like dicked around the city all day. And it was like, fucking finally.
But you did it at Chelsea Market.
At Chelsea Market.
So you went to the little stall.
So yeah, we went to the stall and you
were like, we're so scarred. We're not taking the risk of going all the way to the Brooklyn Charm location.
No, there was no fucking way.
We're going to the Outpost at Chelsea Market.
They opened at 11. We got there at like 10:20.
Wow.
Waited. We were first in line. There's like 3 separate doors to the entrance.
To like a little... Oh, to Chelsea Market or to the little stand? So Chelsea Market has multiple entrances, but this one specific spot that's like bigger than like probably 4 of these apartments. 4 of these is how big the space is with all the little vendors and stuff. So I'm waiting. We have 3 dogs in a stroller.
we have my dog Wiggy, Maddie's dog Charlie, and MK's dog Hamilton in a fucking stroller, and people are like stopping us, taking pictures of the dogs,
people need to
looking
get a
at us
life.
like we're crazy. Exactly, that's what I was saying. And also like, oh my god, they all get along, that's crazy. Or people would be like, why the fuck do you need to put a dog in a stroller? It's like, you don't know.
Like, you don't know. What if they have like a disability?
Exactly.
Or like,
exactly.
God,
Leave us
them
alone.
be.
But most people were nice, like, oh, that's so cute. So anyway, we have the 3 dogs in the stroller, and I'm
Whose
like,
stroller is it?
MK's,
Okay.
MK's stroller, which I want it so bad. So we're all like anxious because we're like, we want to be first. We were first in line. The thing didn't open till 11, but we were there at 10:30, like waiting first in line.
Wow, some dedication for some charms.
Yeah, MK's like, I'm gonna go, you guys. And she's like, I'm gonna go take the dogs down the ramp, and I'm gonna go to the other entrance. So MK was first at the other entrance, and I was first, and me and Maddie were first at the other entrance. And I'm freaking out. I'm like, bro, they're opening the other door first. Like, I'm freaking out. I'm like, MK's not at that door. Like, what are we gonna do? Yada yada yada. I don't see MK go in, so I'm like, fuck. And then I see a bunch of people running to Brooklyn Charms, and me and Maddie are fucking running to Brooklyn Charms because we want it
So dramatic for some charms.
because it's so popular. And
Yeah,
they've
but
been,
like, I don't get things like that. It's like, I bet you could buy those same exact charms just like on Amazon for nothing.
that's what I wanted to do. I
And be
literally was
like,
like, let's go to Michael's and
cool
make our
and
own
done.
fucking charms.
Yeah,
That's
like-
literally exactly what I wanted to do too.
Okay, anyway.
But they didn't want to go to Michael's, and I don't know where a Michael's is. I don't have a fucking car, so it's not like I can go.
I know where lots of Michaels are.
I also don't have
Love
jewelry
Michaels.
pliers. I don't have jewelry pliers to make
I
shit.
mean, yeah, I don't have shit like that either. But
I'm
I'm
just
just saying,
buy a whole kit.
But even the kit, I feel like probably would have been cheaper than
Absolutely.
buying this
Absolutely.
freaking and like running.
It actually
in
was
line.
pretty cheap though.
Like, I can't believe people are like freaking out over like little like
What do you-
they're
look
about
how
to
cute
like.
it is.
No. It's adorable. I love it. I'm saying, like the people running to get to Brooklyn Charm, like that just seems so aggressive to me. I'm like, it's just a charm necklace. You're fine. We don't need to do that.
But it's a beautiful charm necklace, and it's fun, and I made it.
But do we really need to like stampede people for it?
Yes, because
Like, what were they worried about?
because in Brooklyn they stopped taking orders.
yeah, at 4:30, it was
And then
11 o'clock in the morning.
Okay,
so
but
what?
listen
why
to this.
would I have
Listen
to
to this.
stampede?
Listen to this. The 2 girls behind us in line. The 2 girls behind us in line were saying, they're like, we came here yesterday at 2 p.m. The one in Chelsea Market closes at 6. She's like, we came here at 2 p.m. and they turned us away and said they're already filled up with appointments. She's like, so we came back today, right when they opened, so that we could do it.
Oh my
So
god! I would
they
have never
get
come back
filled
again.
the fuck up.
People are like dedicated. I would have been like, oh, okay, I tried, and I would never have gone back.
That's honestly how I want it to be, but I feel like Maddie and MK were like, no, I want to go to Brooklyn.
But it's
Charms
also
and do it.
different that like you guys or you ladies went, out in the city and you were like doing other things and you went to Chelsea Market and like, so it's
No,
like,
but that's
okay.
all that we had planned to do was
Okay,
Brooklyn
fine. I was
Charms.
trying to make it like better for you, but
Oh, dead. Okay.
you
Whoopsie.
just ruined it. Anyway.
Yeah. No. So me and Maddie are running, and we are like there's like 5 people ahead of us, and this girl that was behind me that was saying they turned us away yesterday. She's like pointing at me like, come up here. And I'm like, I don't fucking know this bitch. I was talking to her in line for like 2 seconds, but like, what is she? Like, what
You're
are you
like,
talking
why
to?
are
And she's
you
like,
calling me?
you. Like, come
But also,
up here.
why, if she's trying to get you to cut the line, why are you not like, okay? Why are you like, I don't know her. You're like so into these charms. Like, I would have been like, oh, yeah. Oh, are we best friends? Okay.
No, I honestly, anxiety. I have social anxiety.
No, I get it. I'm
I
just
hate
kidding.
cutting lines. I do. There's something
Hate
morally
cutting
wrong
lines,
about
but
it.
trying to get past security without an ID, no problem.
True. I don't know what the fuck that is. That's weird. Because it's the law.
Oh, so we're
TSA
cool
is the
breaking the
fucking
law,
law.
but like,
No, I'm not cool breaking the law, but like TSA, I want to get through without an ID and I'm trying to travel. But Brooklyn Charms is a little more intimate. All these girls would be like,
Bitch, get to the back of the line.
they would
what I mean?
definitely, yeah, because they're like, we have been here for days.
yeah, we're all
We
trying.
camped out in a tent.
Yeah, we camped out and we're fucking starving. There was no fucking food open. Yeah, that one.
And we need our charms now.
Yeah, we need our charms and we need them now.
You're not taking them from us.
Get to the back. No, so she was pointing at me, and so finally Maddie was like, she's talking to us, let's go. So I go up there and I see MK with the dogs, and I was like, MK, you were Where did you come from? She's like, yes, girly, I told you. And she's like, I told you I was first.
That's
and
exactly
I
what
was like,
MK would say.
I was like, okay, cool. And she's like, yeah, as soon as I got here, I told them that I had 2 others and then she had 1 other. And she's like, we're the first 5. And I was like, yay. I was like, good job.
Wait, but how come MK didn't come get you? Like, if that other girl,
she was talking to the lady. We were in 2 different doors. So she ran with the dogs.
You said this other random girl was like, hey, come here. Like, why wasn't MK the one being like, come here?
Because she was talking to the lady about like, we have 3 other girls. And then she was getting like she was like, hey, she was like handing me the boxes because you put your charms on like a felt or like velvet box to like lay out your, yeah. So anyway, that was my experience. And then we did that. And then.
Okay, wait. Can I ask you though, on your necklace, what's the R for? I know what it's for, but is that your facial expression?
I'm gonna bleep that out, right?
Wait, why?
What's the R for? It's for.
No, don't do this. Don't start this conversation right now. What's it called? But no, Anyway, I just need your reaction to confirm it.
It's for religion.
Wow, you're so religious.
I'm just kidding. It's for
Revlon.
Yes, it's for revenant. It's for rebellious. It's for recuperated.
For ragtag bunch of gals.
Yeah. I also made my lover a necklace.
A charm necklace?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And
how many charms?
I think there's 7. There's 9 on mine and 7 on his.
Is he going to wear that?
It's very manly.
Okay.
I made it specifically for him. There is a microphone because of what he does.
Gotcha.
And then next to the microphone is
there an A?
There is.
Wow.
There is, bitch. So next to his microphone, kind of like this one, there's two crystals, but they're blue and green because manly. You know what I mean?
Is that manly?
And then next to the crystals.
Don't put that on blue and green. That could be womanly as well.
Okay, it could be womanly as well, but I was trying to make it look as manly as possible. Okay. And darker colors are manly.
Are darker colors manly, or is Aubrie falling into a stereotype? Let's discuss. No, I'm just kidding.
I personally think that darker colors are manly.
Good, go on.
Personal opinion.
Love that.
Like blue.
So you're a man.
I am a man. I look like a man today.
You don't.
I would disagree with that.
Not with that feminine light colored charm necklace.
I'm dead. I'm really hoping that he wears this. Anyway, next to that is a very tiny Leo charm.
Okay.
And then next to that is a Jewish star.
Love that. Rep.
Right?
Did he not like it? Because you're saying it like it was like
he doesn't. And then above from those is an A, and then an state, because I have like an Arizona state over here, and then a cactus, Arizona, and then a cactus.
Huh.
And I put because that's where he's from. He was like the microphone and the Jewish star laughing emoji, and I'm like, what? And he's like, I don't know if I would wear that. I was like, why?
I just feel like a charm necklace is a very specific thing that I can't see all men wearing.
I could see him wearing it.
So maybe he will.
He's been wanting he wants this necklace.
Yeah, but that makes sense.
Why?
Because it's like one singular.
If I show you his charm necklace, you're going to be like, oh, it's manly.
Maybe I will. I don't know. But I can't.
Wait.
I'm picturing your charm
So you're
necklace.
sitting here saying, Aubrie, you're falling into the pond of society, saying that green and blue and dark colors are manly. But now you're saying that a charm necklace isn't manly?
I didn't use those words.
You're such a hypocrite.
First of all, I didn't use the words. I just said it's not something I feel like fashionably a lot of men would want to wear. Because men like simple chains a lot of the time, which I don't get. Like, why is a gold chain?
Are you making generalizations? I know men who wear charm necklaces.
How many?
A couple.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
I've just never seen.
And they rock that shit.
I'm sure they could. And I'm sure, honestly, Loverboy could. I don't want to say his name.
I know.
So I went with Loverboy. what's it called? But no, I'm sure he could. But it's also like, I feel like a charm necklace has to be like what you speaks to your soul. So
Tell
like
me,
you wanted to pick your charms for yourself. Like,
yeah, but it's coming from a place of love.
of course it is, but that doesn't mean necessarily that it like represents what he wants to wear outwardly.
I understand. I was just a little upset that I had made him something that came from my heart.
I'm sure he'll probably wear it.
I just felt shut down, and I felt a little deflated.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You were probably very excited about it.
He was being very kind about it. He was just like, I don't know if it's something I'm going to wear. I have to try it on and see if I like it. But thank you. It's very kind of you and very thoughtful. And I was just like, he's never going to wear it. I just spent money and like time and like made it for him. And like, I just wanted him to look cute.
Where is that charm necklace?
It's in my bathroom.
Are we going to look at this charm necklace?
TBH, if he does not wear it, I told him, if it is not something you're going to wear, I would like to keep it because I will fucking sell it. So if you are a Jewish person from who likes to do stuff with microphones,
apparent manly charm necklaces.
yes. And if you have something in your life that you can relate an A to, and if my lover does not want the necklace, I will be selling it for $5,000.
Wow. Really upselling there.
Yep. Gold plated, real charms.
Real charms. What does that mean?
From the real Brooklyn Charms.
From the real Brooklyn Charms. And they get all their stuff from Amazon.
They probably do. I also got this bracelet yesterday.
I like it.
Looks like a Cartier dupe, but it's not a Cartier. It was $20,000 though.
Wow. Big spender. This is why she's in coach, everyone, not first class.
Listen, I fly coach so that I can buy expensive jewelry
I support that.
and expensive equipment.
Well, no, but sometimes like flying first class is just an absurd amount of money. That's like, is this something I should really be like? When we were flying to New Zealand, we looked at like business class, which I think on their planes they don't necessarily have first class. They have business. Maybe they have first. I don't really know. But the top tier ticket was like $20,000.
Yeah, no.
And then
That's a no for me, dog.
like even like premium economy was like $9,000.
Premium economy?
$9,000 because apparently on those planes it's like a different room or whatever. What do you call it? Different cabin, and it was just I was like, this is ridiculous. We're not doing that.
How much was your ticket?
So a regular economy ticket when we went was around $2,700 round trip, which is a lot. But I mean, New Zealand, right? Direct flight, whatever.
How long of a flight is that?
It was 18 hours going.
Oh my God. Fuck
yeah.
that.
But then Air New Zealand has this lovely little thing that I found from like really just like stalking their website called a sky couch. And so it's basically economy. You get like 3 economy seats to yourself and the like feet come up flat. And so it kind of creates like a couch situation. And then
Is
you
this
can
a specific airline?
Air New Zealand. Yeah. And then you can, they give you like bedding and like real pillows and stuff. So you can fully sleep. It was like wonderful. Like I slept 7-8 hours on that plane.
That's so nice.
Straight, you know, I mean, obviously I had a mask on and like little earplugs, but, no, but it was great. And that was like a $600 upgrade each way. So it was like so much more worth it than cause premium economy, you can't even lay down in that. So it's like,
No.
why am I paying $9,000 for this ticket? What am I getting?
Yeah.
Nothing. I get a chair that's like slightly bigger and like
A little bit more leg room.
yeah, and that's dumb. I was like, no, I'll take my sky couch, thank you.
Have you ever flown first class or business class with a lie flat seat?
No, but
It is the fucking best.
no, but my moms have, and they flew in the sky couch with us, and they said that the sky couch was honestly better.
Yeah, fucking right. First class, you get like 7
Yeah, okay,
fucking
the
meals.
stuff you get might
You
be
get
like
7 meals.
But
You
they
get
said
a
they
little
were more comfortable in the sky couch than they were in that little like it's not worth it to like spend that much more money because they were like equally comfortable. And like yeah, you don't get like 1,000 meals, but whatever, who cares? Is plain food even that good?
No, but the snacks are the bread, the croissants that they give you. Oh my God.
Oh, I can't eat any of those things. Thank you for
but you
being
can order
gluten hating.
No, but before that, you can order gluten-free meal.
Yeah, I know, but every time I do, it's still like not great.
You're missing out still, I think. You got good service. Flight attendants come around and ask you if you got water whenever you want. You get juice whenever you want.
That's how they treat us.
They literally will come to the bathroom to wipe your ass for you. They will literally be like, "Can I help you?"
Literally, that's how they treated us in Sky with the Sky Couch. We had like one guy who was our guy, and he kept coming back, and he'd be like, "Do you want me to fill your water bottle for you?" Because I brought my like stainless steel water bottle, and I was like, "Yes, sure, thank you." And he would like fill it for me, and anything I needed, I needed a toothbrush. They brought my toothbrush. All the stuff.
I feel like they do that on longer flights anyway, though. On like a 6-hour
flight. I don't think you have
flight,
like a specific person if you're not like in a special.
No, but on a 7-hour flight from New York to Paris, you're not getting that kind of treatment from in economy. They're just not doing that for you. They're gonna treat you like garbage. Trust me, I've been there.
Well, it really depends on the
Like,
airline.
can I please get some water?
And they'd be like, "No, we don't have any left. We're gonna come around with water when we do."
Well, I don't know what airlines you're flying, but
United,
yeah, I feel like
Air France,
airlines that are American in nature are not great with the service. But when you fly, like I feel like I flew like Lufthansa, they were great.
Air France is great first class,
but I feel like I've never had like horrible experiences on non-American airlines in an economy.
American Airlines or America?
No, non-airlines that are American.
Yeah.
It's like foreign airlines. I know, it's so weird. Because I always, when I talk about this, I want to say like, yeah, American Airlines like give you nothing, but then people are like, oh, American Air, because there's
you could
actually
say
American
United States Airlines.
Yeah,
U.S. Airlines.
U.S. True.
Yeah, because American Airlines is an airline.
Like an airline, yeah, but. So not the specific airline, although I will say American Airlines, I've had the worst flying experiences. So.
Same.
I hate them.
Same. They fucking suck.
They suck and they give you literally nothing. And like even the space between like you and the seat in front of you is like
tiny,
non-existent.
No, you're tiny. They are not sponsoring this podcast, so I am freely talking shit about them. The amount of times that they have told me. Specifically in Arizona is so fucking strict with pets. Like they do not want you flying with your fucking pet. They're literally, I talked to my friend who's a flight attendant and she's like, yeah, they're trying actually to like not have pets on airlines anymore because of the amount of accidents and incidents that have happened with like dogs shitting in their bag. I mean, Wiggy just vomited all in his fucking bag, but like they don't know the circumstances that I was going through. Dogs biting passengers on planes. God. Dogs just barking the whole entire time, and like Wiggy's.
Yeah, but like at the same on the same token, I don't know if that makes sense, but
they just don't want pets on planes anymore.
No, but then okay, well, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. I was gonna say in the same thing, in the same respect, it's like okay, so a dog's barking. Like, what's the difference between that and like a kid crying?
Oh, nothing is worse than a baby screaming.
Right, and you can't ban kids from airlines, so like why can you ban dogs? Like
exactly.
If I need to go somewhere, I need to bring my dog. Like
same.
You know, I should be able to bring my dog.
I've been turned away at the airports from gate agents. They're literally like, your dog doesn't fit in the carrier and that carrier won't fit under the seat. And I'm like, really? Because it has before and we fly all the time. And they're like, no, I'm sorry, you can't. Literally for Christmas 3 years ago, the guy turned me away and was like, I'm sorry, you need to get a different carrier for your pet. And I missed Christmas that year.
Is your carrier like a TSA approved carrier?
Yep.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. And
I've like decided to keep all the dog tickets on his carrier so that when I check him in, they see how many fucking times I've traveled before so that they can be like, oh, like she's a regular like pet flyer. People are like, does he travel often? I'm like, yeah, he's literally such a good boy. He is such a good traveler. Maybe he's pooped in the TSA line before, but like it was an accident. Okay. He was nervous. He got the nervous shits and that happened like fucking years ago. Look at how perfect he is. He's just a good boy.
He is. Wiggy's such a good boy.
Yeah.
We love that.
By the way, you never introduced yourself.
Well, because you just started talking. And you
I know,
like, I'm
sorry.
really excited to tell you about this horrible story. So.
I'm sorry. Can we introduce you?
We can.
Who are you? Tell the audience. After this long conversation, tell them who the fuck you are.
Who the fuck I am.
And what you're about.
My name is Jacqui. I don't even know if we've said my name on this podcast.
Not today. I think I said I've been calling you Jacqui, but not.
Have you though? Like, have we? Like,
Yeah, I have been.
Interesting.
Pull the mic closer to you if you're gonna turn your head. No, like pull it this way.
Okay.
Don't grab the cord. Don't grab the cord. Thank you.
My name is.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I was like, what am I doing? I forgot. My name is. It's like when you're in a situation where you have to like introduce yourself and say like a fun fact or something, and they give you like a list of things to say, and then it gets to you, and you're like, I don't fucking remember. Yep. And then I'm always the person who forgets something.
I always just be like, hi, my name is Aubrie Williams, and I have a really small bladder and pee my pants often.
Great fun fact. Okay, so my name is Jacqui. I met Aubrie living in our building, which is so exciting. And in my like real career, I'm an HR professional, but I have recently started a gluten free baking business.
Whoop, whoop.
And I'm really good, honestly. You wouldn't even know if it was gluten free or not. So I think Aubrie had like one of my scones once.
I did. It was an orange scone and it was delicious. And she's been telling me that she makes really good gluten-free cinnamon rolls, and I love cinnamon rolls. And she had our friend Katie try her gluten-free cinnamon rolls, and not me try her cinnamon rolls.
I didn't know
I was like, you
had a love affair. I didn't know you had a love affair with cinnamon rolls.
You're a for not letting me try your cinnamon rolls.
Oh, well, guess what? Your surprise today was going to be that I brought you cinnamon rolls, and now
no way. You brought me cinnamon rolls?
You brought I did not, but how good would it have been if I did? Don't do that.
Now she always plays around with me like this, and I'm getting sick and tired of her bullshit, and it's going to make me cry.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. No, I did really like consider making the cinnamon rolls, but it's just such a time consuming thing. I didn't have the time.
It is really time
So
consuming.
I was like, all right, but I will make them for you at some point when I have the time.
So you don't have a job right now, right?
No, thanks
but
for
you're
telling everybody.
You already told them. You just said that.
I said in my normal career, I never said anything about that. No, I don't care. I don't really care.
You fucking
I was
bitch.
laid off. In the world today, a lot of people in tech industry and startups have been laid off, and I was laid off. And that's why I'm focusing on things I actually want to do, because I love, if I have to do like a corporate career, like HR is like where I'd want to be, because I like making people enjoy the place they have to be all the freaking time, you know, because that's our culture in our society, that we just work. But I feel like I'm more of a creative type.
Do you though? Because you don't have a job. Do you work?
For my whole life until I was this age, yeah, I did work. And then I was laid off. So thanks for trying to make it my fault, but it's not. And this is a lot of people.
Just, you don't have a job right now. So you're like, work. And I'm like, do you work?
I do.
It's like me. Like, I don't really work.
No, but I think it's almost harder to like try and start your own business. Like this podcast takes up a lot of time for you. Like it's not just filming the thing. You have to then go and edit it and like make it what it needs to be in order to put out a product that people then follow so that you can make it successful, right? So it's the same type of thing. So when I'm doing my baking and stuff, it's like about testing recipes, making new ones, finding creative ways to market it. And it's like, and it's almost harder because it's like, you don't have to do it, right? Like this is something I have to make myself do every single day. And that's difficult.
Yeah.
You know?
I do know.
Whereas like with a job, you're like, okay, well, I'll lose my job if I don't do my job. So
literally though, back to the like marketing yourself, it's so hard because like there's actually marketing people with marketing jobs who like know what the fuck they're doing, and you're like, I didn't go to school for this, but I'm gonna try my best to market myself and do what I can. And you just,
and even then it's like hit or miss.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
It's really just, honestly, it's part of it is like actually like thinking through it and like making your posts and stuff attractive to people, and then the other part is really just like getting the right people to like look at it and find it funny.
I posted something on Instagram the other day, and Instagram was like, wow, we see you've been working really hard to make your posts creative. And then they like offered me something. I can't remember what they offered me, and I was like, wow, like they noticed that. And so then I go click on like how many likes I got, because I always hide my like count, because like no one needs to know how many likes I get. And it's like 200 likes, which isn't bad for like someone who's not in my industry, but like I have like 57.8 8,000 followers or whatever and like 200 likes. And Instagram was like, not yay, good job, 200 likes. You worked really hard and it's doing so good. I'm like, you. Like,
wait, but how long was the post up?
Like a day, 24 hours. And after that, like, you get no more likes.
Yeah.
Like, no more likes after that. It was just like kind of pathetic that like Instagram was like, good job, you did really good. We know you've been working really hard.
Yeah, it is hard though. Doing that type of stuff is hard, and keeping followers interested, I feel like it's just a difficult scenario.
Yeah,
know?
it's tough. It is tough. So you're currently looking for a job right now, right?
I mean, yes. My whole main thing is that,
would you sell feet pics?
I don't think I have particularly nice feet, but
I
don't think they're ugly, but like I just think feet in general are kind of ugly. But
you know who has really cute feet? Our friend Sam.
Oh yeah,
yeah, she has really cute feet.
So she should sell feet pics.
She should.
Although I feel like there's people out there who would buy like any, like there's probably people out there who like love like a disgusting like mangled foot, you know. There was one time a friend of mine broke her leg, and she like, I don't know, posted a picture of her cast online or something on like whatever social media, and somebody reached out to her being like, can you send me more pictures of just your leg in the cast and I'll pay you $200? And he like sent her $200 for it. And yeah, like weird. But then when she got it off, the same person messaged her and was like, I see you got the cast off, can I have it? I'll pay you for it. Her disgusting, like sweaty, nasty ass cast.
Did she?
I think she didn't have it at that point, so
I would have been like, no, it has my DNA in it and I'm good.
That's my DNA in it. I don't know. If somebody's paying me like $400 for my gross, disgusting cast.
No, $400 is not enough.
I mean, maybe not now, but back then when you're like younger in your 20s and you're like poor.
I wouldn't really let anyone pay me for something that has my DNA in it. You just never know what someone does.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess. But what do you think they're going to do? Like create like a clone?
They literally could, yes. They could sell my DNA to other parties and then they could do stuff with my DNA. Like, no thanks.
Okay.
It's just too dangerous and risky nowadays. Like, I'm good.
Fair. But yeah, but still, I'm saying like if there are people out there who want to buy like a disgusting used cast to like do nonsense with, like who knows what he wanted to do with that. I'm sure there are people who like ugly feet as opposed to pretty feet.
I one time gave my ex-boyfriend or an ex-boyfriend a foot job.
What does that even entail? Was this with your mouth?
No, it was all with my feet. I gave my ex-boyfriend a foot job. Yeah.
Gotcha. And he liked that?
He cummed.
He cummed? He cummed.
I'm glad he did.
Interesting. So
I hated him.
He was like,
and he wanted me to perform a sexual act, and I literally was like, the best you're gonna get of me is from my feet.
I feel like if we're going to that extreme, being like, I literally don't want to touch your dick with my hands or my mouth or my pussy, you're getting the feet. Like, we should just not be there at all.
I broke up with him shortly after.
You were like literally immediately after he cummed. You were like, all right, this is it. I throw in the hat. Goodbye.
I was just so over it. And that's the only time that I've ever done anything like that. And it was literally because I hated him. I literally was like this. Mm-hmm.
That also must have been very uncomfortable to do, like in general. Like
I
a lot
was
of core
shocked
muscles
at how good
there.
I was at it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's because those long legs. I feel you have like a good like.
The longer, the harder.
No, I feel like it would make it easier.
Give me your foot. This is literally me.
It feels great.
Doesn't it?
I think mainly because my foot is cold, and so you were just like warming it up just then. But
yeah,
I mean, so sure. I mean, was there?
That was the kinkiest thing I've probably ever done.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in my life.
I think you need to do more kinky things.
No, I didn't.
Because if the kinkiest thing you've ever done is involving feet on a dick, it just doesn't seem like it's.
But I can understand that, like, people who like feet pics imagine that happening. Like, that's what I think people with feet
Yeah, they also like to
foot
like
fetish is,
suck on
like-
feet. Like I've had men definitely suck on a toe, and I'm like, what is happening?
I don't think I've never had anyone suck on my
No,
toes.
I've definitely had people do it, and I'm like,
Do you think I have
we're
ugly
not doing
toes?
that. No,
What about this one?
no,
Why doesn't anyone want to suck them? You want to suck them?
I definitely don't. I just told you how I think feet are
Oh,
disgusting.
sorry.
So thanks for putting it in my
I'm
face.
so fucking sorry.
No, I mean, I've done like honestly, like I'm
Into the
somebody
mic.
who I know, but I feel like I need to adjust how I'm sitting. Oh, okay, here we
Much
are.
better.
Better. I'm somebody who, if it's not involving like piss or shit for the most part, like something like a biohazard, like if somebody wants to try something, I'll probably
Wait,
try
piss
it.
isn't a biohazard. It's sterile.
But it's disgusting.
Have you
I
ever
know you
gotten a
can
golden
drink.
shower?
No, have you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
So I feel like that's pretty kinky. And you're like, the kinkiest thing I've ever done was a fucking
golden
foot
shower.
job.
It's not sexual.
What do you mean? So what, you just having somebody pee on you?
No, it's like when you're in the shower with your significant other and they're like, I have to pee, and you move out of the way and they go pee, and then they go like, "Eek," and they like pee on you for a sec.
Okay. No. And
I'm not sitting here like,
but also I'm pretty
"Oh,
sure
yeah,
no, I'm
pee on
pretty
me."
sure
No,
golden
it's just
shower
like an
is that
accident.
people want you to pee on them for like sexual pleasure.
Oh no, I just
So you just pee
No,
on
no,
each
no,
other
no.
for fun. But
I'm not gonna sit here and say we did it for fun. It was like he was peeing and then he like went over to like pee on me and I was like, stop, that's disgusting. And then he just continued peeing.
exactly, it's disgusting. So whatever, maybe it's not a biohazard, but I don't want somebody pissing on me. It's not a turn on.
No, of course it's not a fucking turn on.
But for some people it is a turn on, so stop judging.
I wasn't judging. You said I don't want biohazard shit, and I was just
Okay,
like,
well,
"You've
shit
never
is a
gotten golden
biohazard.
Shower?
No, I've not been
I'm dead.
pissed
You
on.
just flipped that on me.
Okay, nobody flipped anything. We just
How about
heard what you
this?
said,
How
and
about
it was
this?
the reality.
How about I flip this on you?
Go ahead.
Do you
Anyway, so I don't like poop or piss in my love life personally, but
I don't like poop or piss either. I just
Okay.
would like to.
You're like,
I just would
need
like to
people
clarify.
know.
I do not like golden showers.
Where
and
she's
I do not
backpedaling.
like
She's
giving
backpedaling, but it's fine.
Foot
We know that
jobs.
Aubrey's spending time in the
Ay,
shower
ay, ay.
pissing on
Do you pee in the shower?
a cage by myself, not with somebody else.
I have a question. I asked my last guest. I asked my last guest this, and we have to wrap this up in 6 minutes. Okay. I have a question for you.
Okay. What's the question?
Would you rather wear a fedora for the rest of your life to every single function, to the grocery store, to your wedding, to your family member's funeral, not to sleep, but to every other function? No matter where you went, you always had to wear a fedora. Or would you rather drink something, like no matter what you drank, it had a single drop of pee in it?
I mean, probably the latter. Because you
The
can
fedora?
drink. No.
What is the latter? Why can't you just say which one it is? Why do you have to
Because
say the
that's
latter?
English language.
No, it's not.
It 100%
What the
is.
fuck does that mean? I hate when people say that. I don't know what that means.
Well, I'm gonna
The
teach you.
latter. I didn't say
I'm
the
gonna
latter. I gave you fedora and pee. Those were the options. The latter. No.
I'm going to teach you right now. The latter means the last thing you said, basically. So,
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Thank you for telling me that, actually.
so if somebody says the latter, they're saying you gave them two options. They're choosing the last one.
So latter means later.
Sure.
I'm just going to use that for me. Latter means later. Wait, why did I say later, though? The last thing you said. The more later option.
Yeah. The more later.
Leave me the fuck
option.
alone. Okay.
No, it's okay. I get you have to like put it in your brain in a way that you'll like
Yeah.
remember. That's fine.
Latter means the last thing you said.
Because if I don't know the pee's there, like, I mean, but also like I guess I would know if that's like the deal that was struck with like whatever entity is doing this. But like you said, you can drink pee, and people like if you're like in the desert and you need to drink something, you can drink your pee. So
Actually, you probably shouldn't drink your pee because pee actually is all of the toxins that your body's releasing.
yeah, fair, but you still can drink it.
Yeah. My lover said that he would choose the pee one because he's like, we probably are drinking
Yeah,
stuff
I
with
mean-
single drops of pee in it.
And like I don't look good in hats, and I just feel like it'd be really annoying.
I don't look
to
good in hats. I'm
always
dead.
wear a freaking hat.
Yeah.
Like, does that mean I'd have to like wear a hat while I'm like having sex?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, nobody needs that.
I don't think I need that either.
Like on a cage maybe for like a little role play stitch, but not. I don't know. But yeah, so piss, shit, not it for me. But wait, what's your answer?
The pee.
Okay, yeah. I love how we all chose that.
Yeah.
The latter.
Yeah. The latter.
Yeah. But yes, I've done some pretty interesting stuff just because, like, more interesting than a foot job, just because people have like asked. Like one time this guy asked me, it was honestly the first time we had sex, and he asked me if I could punch him in the balls over and over again. And
I remember you telling me about this.
yeah,
That's
and
weird. He literally was like, use my balls as a fucking punching
and he was
bag.
like, so I was like, okay. And so I'm like punching. He's like, no, you have to like hold it at the top, like cut off the top of them like this, like, right, like, and then like punch them.
So he can't feel it as much. Like you're cutting off the blood circulation and then punching them.
I guess, I don't know, but it was like a very specific thing. And so I was like,
liked that? Did it make him hard?
Yeah, like he got off from it, but I was like, I laughed the whole time because it was just such an absurd thing to like. Too. I'm like, if you like that type of stuff, like I don't judge you. Like I think sex is
but
beautiful, but like in the moment of
funny.
me doing it was funny. Yeah, like it was funny sitting there punching somebody in his ball sack. Yeah. The first time we ever had sex, it's not like we've been like dating forever and he like trusted me enough. And then the kicker of it was that like later on in our little like minor situation relation, whatever, I'd be like, oh, do you want me to do that? Like punch your balls? And he'd be like, don't bring that up. And I was like, what do you mean? I was like, you're the one who asked for it.
Was he ashamed of it?
Yeah, I guess. I was like, you asked for the first time we had sex and I did it. So what are you ashamed about at this point? But he'd be like, don't mention that. And I'm like, okay.
Wait, why? Did he have a reason?
No. Like, it was just very weird. He's like, I just don't want.
It's a shame kink. He's shameful of his kink.
But like he shouldn't be. It's like
no,
I
of
did
course
it.
Not.
And I didn't shame him ever, But like
that's
it's
sad.
just very interesting. So I was just like, oh, okay. I was
interesting. Yeah.
But yeah, so I've done some interesting things.
Okay, Jack, we have to wrap this up. Is there anything that you'd like to promote or anything that you want to say, your last final words here before we cut this, make this a wrap?
Use a bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
Use a bitch.
I have nothing to say.
Are you saying you is a bitch or like use a bitch? Like YOU''S or USE?
I feel like I want to say the latter. Do you remember?
Yeah.
No, I'm just
USE.
It was really YOU''S, but I feel like it's interesting. It makes it more interesting if it's USE.
What does YES spell?
What does YES spell?
Yeah.
Yes.
What does EYES spell?
Eyes.
Good
Are we
job.
doing a spelling bee?
No, it was just a TikTok I saw where someone was like ES.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because it's because of how you're like thinking about it. Like I've definitely done that before, where especially if I'm doing like a crossword or like New York Times connections. If you don't know,
I don't.
Oh my god, I'll introduce you to it afterwards. I'll be like thinking of words. Like yesterday I had to put in, I'm not gonna say, I don't want to like ruin it for anybody. Actually, by then it'll be over and done with. I had to put in the word, it was like towels, but as I'm like trying to like figure it out, I was like tool or like something like that. And I was like, oh, it's towel.
Yeah.
So,
that's funny.
Yeah. So
thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it. And I would love to have you back. And maybe we could dive deep more into this. Maybe. I don't know how comfy I am yet, but the sexual stuff, I don't know. My parents don't really watch.
Well, the first time we did this show before Aubrie messed it up.
Let's not.
We talked about a lot of things and it was fun. And we're going to
I thought this was fun.
No, this was totally fun.
This one was
fun. But I'm saying that we
fun.
talked about a lot of different topics. And
Yeah,
I
we
feel
did.
like we should like revisit those.
We will we will definitely revisit these. I just came in because I had a few stories that I wanted to get off my chest.
You were like really into it and I was like, let's do it.
Yes. To my audience, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry that I haven't been posting as often. I'm getting back on track. I was in LA for a week and I had a crazy travel experience, but I'm back on it, and please stick with me. I really appreciate your support, and thank you for the subscribes and the likes and the comments. And men, you know the drill. Comment what your favorite sport to watch is.
Why is that the drill?
Because I know you're watching. I don't know. It's just like my tagline now, I guess. I said it the first episode. Now I just say it every single episode. So,
okay.
Thank you so much. We out. Bye. Thanks, Jacqui.